not breaking up as long as we're in Korea. I'm telling you guys, it was the most dramatic thing that ever happened in my life. I really like it here. Good morning, my loves. Welcome back to the vlogs. It is officially yesterday happened and I didn't do an intro, so I'm coming at ya with a late ass intro. My bad, sis, but you know what? I got a big ass bag of snacks. Literally the biggest bag of Korean snacks that I have ever held in my entire life. And Korean snacks are exponentially, ridiculously out of this world cheaper in Korea than at H Mart. Like things that were like $3 at H Mart are like 90 cents here, and that's not including like the conversion to US dollars. So it's about to get crazy right now. I'm gonna taste all of these for you guys. I'm also gonna insert clips of yesterday's vlog, but yesterday was insanely stressful. Yesterday was probably one of the most emotional days of my entire life. I don't even know where to start. I met with both of my grandparents. Well, okay, you know what? Get away from my snack bag, okay, sir? Oh, he's just touching all my snacks right now, bitch. Let me tell you guys very quickly about yesterday before I start rolling the vlog footage from yesterday. So I met with my mom's mom, which my mom is in the States right now, and my mom hasn't been able to visit Korea in a really long time, so she hasn't even seen her own mother in a really long time. I mean, they keep in contact, they call each other, but it's really complex. She's kind of in like a nursing care situation. She has Alzheimer's and it's really bad, to the point where she doesn't know if she took her medicine. She needs 24-hour like care. She can't be left alone. She'll go outside and she'll wander the streets. Like she's gonna get herself hurt. She's gonna like set something on fire. She's not gonna take her medicine, or she's gonna overtake medicine and overdose. And it's really scary. And in the States, yeah, like people are like, why didn't you just put her in a nursing home in the States? And we tried all of our options, but it was like places had really bad reviews saying like, oh, they kind of abuse the elderly here, or it was really expensive, like $6,000 a month. And then my mom was stressed, and so in Korea they're actually known, in this specific town, in this specific area, is known for having really good care. And also she speaks Korean, so it would be a lot easier to have like a Korean facility where someone can tell her, hey, it's okay, and try to explain to her what's going on, than like, you know, someone telling her in English like, calm down, you know. So it happened that she was here and my dad's here, and so we all thought it was gonna work out well, and so we went all the way to close to the North Korean border, because I think it's like an hour away from the North Korean border, and it's like, it's not a dangerous area, it's just kind of outside of the city, because the city is really dangerous. They don't really do a lot of nursing cares in the city, because if you have a chance of like an elderly person walking out, it's so much more dangerous than like in a smaller town like the suburbs where everybody knows everybody. And so I'm gonna roll the footage of us going there, because it was the craziest ride ever. It felt like I was, honestly, not gonna lie, like I read so many Korean ghost stories and I feel like they all took place in that little town. It's just very spooky, very intense. My fiance loves it. Everybody else in the car was kind of creeped out because of how just quiet everything was, and I just felt like it was one of those places where I might have gotten kidnapped and like stuck in a warehouse and I'll never be found again. Not that it's shady, but just because it's so spread out, like, and it's crazy. So my sister got this at the market the other day, and they told her it was real silver, and she paid $20 for real silver. Will you lift up the ring? Do I have to? Yes. We're in the tunnel. Real
It's
silver.
a tattoo now. They straight hustled.
They really hustled you.
Wow, it's so quiet here, babe.
Hi guys, I can't even be loud right now. Wow, this cherry blossom's pretty. This is like such a serene, peaceful, and like I guess people drew them like drawings. Wow, this is really beautiful. So now I just came to this really small town. All of these buildings are so interesting, and they're all rocks.
Isn't that neat?
That's so neat. Oh my gosh, the smell is very quaint. They're making
Like, this is how you
kimchi
cook
in the
it.
middle of the restaurant. Giving me tryptophobia.
No, really, how
Wow,
do you
is
do
this
it?
a burner for water and tea?
What to do? Honey, I don't think you're supposed to do this.
She told me to!
Okay, I'll do it. Please drop it. Please drop it. Oh my god.
Oh, it's ponytail. that's the acorn jelly.
I've never had that.
I think this is called like fern something, which is really good.
These
Look at these
dishes I've never
cucumbers.
had.
Wow. Let's try these authentic side dishes with my grandmama.
From that to that.
Oh, that's so cool. It literally went from 할머니
이거 드세요.
And then we've got some fresh kimchi.
잘 먹겠습니다.
It's delicious.
Oh my god. 틀려 맛이?
It's good.
He says every like part of Korea has different taste of kimchi, different variation. It's hot, it's hot. Wow! Look at how pretty the abalone shell is. We've got some octopus in there. This is like an authentic.
어제 드셔도 돼요.
Oh,
갖고 이제
it's
거기
ready to
차례차례
eat.
드시면 됩니다.
감사합니다. They're mixing the rice in there. Oh my gosh. This is about to be so good. Honestly,
You think that's real bird? Yeah, it is.
yeah, this is not a bad place for an older person to reside. So now that you guys kind of saw what that was like, so that's the grandma who recently underwent open heart surgery because she had like water pressure on her bits. Are you serious?
Sorry, I'm hungry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We haven't eaten and we've been up for a really long time because of jet lag. But she's the one that recently had heart surgery because she has like water pressure on her heart, and so it's like too much pressure so that she went into cardiac shock. And so very scary, very painful. She's in recovery right now and everything seems fine. Is this a cigar? Am I that stressed about life where I gotta be like, so let me tell you, right? And then you gotta do the little, you know? I met with her and I think like the most nerve-wracking part of that entire experience was before a couple days ago, my dad and I were talking about going to meet my grandma, and he was like, don't be alarmed if she doesn't remember you, because she really doesn't remember a lot of people. She doesn't even remember every time that I come. And my dad is the only one that's been visiting her physically because everybody else lives in the States and she doesn't have any family here. And it's so weird because my dad is not her son. My dad is her son-in-law. My mom is her daughter, right? And like she tells everybody that he's the only person she loves because he's the only person she remembers. So even though my mom will call her daily, she forgets those phone calls. And the worst part of it all is my dad was explaining to us, she doesn't understand that it's a distance thing, because even to me and my sister, after she remembered us, it was very in and out. Like she remembered me for 5 minutes and then she would turn around in the car and be like, who are you again? You know?
Yeah.
And then so it was like repeatedly telling her who we are, what we're doing here. And then she would, at one point she got really mad at me and my sister saying, how come you guys never visit me? Like you don't miss your grandma? And then my dad looked at us and was like, she thinks she lives in the States. And I go, what? And he goes, every time I pick her up, she won't remember me in the beginning. She'll get in the back of my car and she'll say, taxi gisa, which is taxi. And then she'll give her the American, or give my dad the American address and say, take me to this place in Georgia. Because she thinks he's a taxi driver. And then like, because my dad went through this so many times, he said now he looks back at her and he goes, "Nah," which is okay. And then he'll take her to a restaurant and then she'll even forget that she asked the taxi driver to take her somewhere. And then she'll remember him like later on in the restaurant and be like, oh, when did you get here? Yeah, so it was just really sad overall. At one point she thought I was my mom, at one point she thought I was my sister. It was just really intense, and at one point she thought you were my cousin. And I was like, just pretend to be my cousin, okay? I was like, it doesn't hurt you, it doesn't hurt her. And then maybe she'll remember, hey, all of my grandkids came to visit me, you know? I think the worst part of it all though is like when she first, like when we all got out of the car and we said hi to her, and like she remembered my sister, she remembered my dad, and then she didn't remember me, which is fine. I'm not like, you know, I'm not like, ooh, she only remembered my sister. But I think the worst part is not the fact that she didn't remember me, but she had this really like cautious look on her face. Like she didn't know like if she should be scared of me or like who is, like, you know, when you meet someone but you're like because they say Alzheimer's is the disease that turns you into a kid again, and so it's almost like a kid meeting a stranger for the first time, like trying to analyze, like, is this a good person, like, do I know this person? Like, it was almost like she's very just cautious, not like, oh my god, who the hell are you? It was just very like very just.
So, but then when they say your name, she remembered your name.
Yeah,
so
she remembered
that's
my name.
My
yeah.
granddaughter.
But I think, so what they're saying is the older the memories, the more that they remember it. So she probably remembers me as like an elementary schooler is what they're saying. And so to see like me 23, she's like, who the hell is this bitch? And then like that's why she thinks I'm my mom, like, but my mom is 23 and her daughter's 23 and I'm my mom, you know? The goodbye was hard. So we left her at the door with the caretaker, right? And so the caretaker's holding her hand, and the caretaker seemed so nice. She was really patient, because we were saying like, oh, thank you, caretaker, for taking care of our grandma. Thanks for letting us come today, right?
Yeah.
But she also thought like she was leaving with us.
Yeah.
And so she was like saying thank you to the caretaker, like, you know,
Yeah.
like, be well.
And then when we go to the car and she looked back, she said, okay, I need to go
Yeah,
there too.
and then like the caretaker was like holding her hand and she's like, no, I have to go, like, let me go. It's just sad overall. And then we went to go see my dad's mom, which she's been in Korea for a while. She doesn't have Alzheimer's, but like she's a lot older than my mom's mom, but mentally she's all there. I actually think her memory is a lot better than my sister's and I's, because as we were talking over coffee, like she was like telling all these memories that we don't even remember. And it's not even like when we were kids, it's like high school, middle school memories. I haven't seen her in 5 years, and it's so scary how old people age, because within the 5 years, like you can just tell like age took a toll on older people. Like 5 years, like you see so much difference in the way they walk, the way they talk. 5 years ago, she was bouncing off the walls, running around town, like just doing everything, doing the most at church, you know? And now it's like she walks so slow, she's so skinny, and like she's so fragile, and it was like really sad. We sat down, and I think like there's just a lot more going on with her emotionally with every member of our family, because so for my mom's mom, it's like she has Alzheimer's and it's really hard for everybody. But with my dad's mom, like my dad, like she really loves my dad, and she like gave up so much for him, and like fuck immigration, but there's like immigration problems, so she can't come back to the States for like another 5 years. But then like we were saying, 5 years is a really long time for older people, so we don't know what's happening in 5 years, even though we'd like to like hope for the best. And so my sister and I were even telling her, she's saying like, no, we still have to wait 5 years for immigration to even consider letting me back into the country and stuff. And my sister and I were like, no, we're gonna go back into the States, we're gonna like hire like 20 different immigration lawyers, we're gonna like try to, I don't know, like we're gonna do everything we can, like maybe we can, you know, pay a fine, like what can we do, you know? And then I think like she saw that we were getting really stressed out that she can't come back to the States, especially because my dad is moving back, and she looks at us and like she was like holding my sister's hand, and she was like, no, I like it here. Like, I really like it here. You can tell that she doesn't like it here, but she like doesn't want us to like, you know, be like really stressed out that she's like stuck here. I know it sounds like really dramatic, but it's because all of her kids, so she has 3 kids, my 2 aunts and my dad, and they all live in the States, and all of their kids are in the US, and she doesn't have family here. She goes to church, but she doesn't have family here. And right now it was just really shitty because like her other daughter, my aunt, came to Korea, and she's been staying for like a month and a half, and she's leaving the day before we leave. We're leaving, my sister's leaving like in 2 days, and then 2 days after we leave, my dad is leaving. And so she's like overwhelmed by the feeling of like one by one everyone's leaving. And then for her, I guess it just feels a lot more final than it does for us, where it's like we're like, oh, we're going back home, we have so much to do at home, but like we'll be back, like Korea, yay, you know. But to her, it's like it's almost like she's seeing everybody just leave her one by one. And then it's a lot harder because it's not that my dad is visiting the States, like he's moving all of his stuff into storage units or into her place, and he's selling his furniture, like he's moving, and she knows that. And it's a really shitty situation because she moved here for him, and like now she can't go back because of immigration law to the States. But then like how can you tell your own son to not leave when like all of his kids are in the States? I think she like can't say anything to him and can't tell him not to leave. But I think she also just feels so lonely because she doesn't have anyone, because she would see my dad like at least 3 times a week for the past like, I don't know, 5 years. Oh god, the goodbye was literally straight out of a Korean drama. She told us not to look back because she had to walk the other way. Like, I was like, no, we'll walk you to your house. And she's like, no, I live literally a block away. You guys have to go. There's traffic. And she
literally hugged me and pushed me. She pushed me and then she walked off. She kind of sprint off. Yeah. And then she ran for like 10 feet and she looked back. And then walked another couple of feet and then looked back again.
And then, like, I think it was harder because, like, my dad's gonna see her again before he leaves to the States. But he was really emotional too, because that was like, I don't think they talk about it when they see each other. Like, I don't think they just sit there and talk about like, oh, you're going to the States, oh, I'm getting old, like, oh, I can't go with you. I think it's just more like, did you eat, did you do this, you know? But then today, because my sister and I, or yesterday, because my sister and I were there, like, this is a conversation that needed to be had in the entire time, you know? Like, my grandma's so cute. I love her because she loves us, but she really loves my dad. And so the entire time she was like, you guys take care of your dad. Because, like, she's been kind of taking care of my dad since she moved here. And so it was like, usually it's the other way, you know? Usually you're like telling your kid to take care of their kids. But then she was like, you guys take care of your dad and be good to your dad. And like, and like, my dad was emotional during the entire time that we were sitting there. And then at the end, when she was walking up the hill and like looking back, and you know, my dad was walking down the hill to the car and he like refused to look back. And I don't think it's because like, oh, he doesn't give a shit. I think it's because he knows it's like so hard and it'll be so much easier if he doesn't. Like, I'm telling you guys, it was the most dramatic thing that ever happened in my life, okay? Everyone in the comments is like, this is why you're dramatic, it runs in the family. Oh man, it was, yeah. She's just mentally all there too. She was really in love with my grandpa, and my sister is really sad about all of this too. Like, more than me, I think, because my sister was raised by that grandma's husband, my grandpa, and he passed away. And after he passed away, she was grieving, and then she flew to Korea to take care of my dad, who was just, it was a crazy mess. And then now it's like, she really doesn't have anyone. I think she kind of used my dad in coming to Korea as a way to like not think about her grief and just be like, okay, I gotta focus on my kid, I gotta focus on my kid, you know? And then like, my dad is moving now, and then my fiance, it was really cute because the entire time, like, my sister and I are bawling our eyes out waiting because we didn't want my grandma to look back and not see us anymore. So we waited until she got to the very top and, like, you know, went away from view of the hill, like, onto her, where she lives, right? And my fiance the entire time, he's like, guys, this is ridiculous, you know? Like, and I was thinking like, okay, he just thinks we're being dramatic, and he's like, oh my god, this is so ridiculous, every time she turned around. And then we get into the car and he's just bawling more than anyone. And I think it's because his grandparents, you know, helped raise him too. That was her husband, the picture you cried about in Atlanta, if you guys remember that. So whew. I mean, we're still gonna try to like get attorneys and immigration lawyers and stuff, but immigration is just one of those things where I feel like you just don't really have a lot of like power and control over, which sucks, especially with the immigration condition in our country right now in the States is not ideal. Did I just get political? It was a rough day. Everybody was tense. I got into a fight with my fiance, and it was stupid. I think we were just so emotional. I can't believe I'm having like a stupid emotional vlog in Korea. Like, it's all about, supposed to be about like, oh, street food, and here I am crying. Okay, it's okay. while we take a breather, I'm gonna insert the clip of us going to a Korean market. And this is one of the biggest markets in Korea. It's called Home Plus, but it has literally everything. They were selling bras, they were selling perfume, they were selling fake Supreme hoodies, and like ramen all in the same place. So I'm gonna insert that clip right now, and I promise I'm gonna come back looking less teary-eyed, less like a crazy sister, and I'll be right back in 3, 2, 1. Okay guys, we've come to a little bit of a, I think tensions have risen a little bit too high. And Abyss has tears in her eyes because I got into a fight with my freaking fiance in a Korean parking lot. And you know what he said to me? Hold on, I gotta tell my sister. You know what this guy said to me? Literally, I'm vlogging because like dirty laundry. I was like, wait, so are we still like okay? Are we okay? And then he's like, yeah, we're not breaking up as long as we're in Korea. Because he has so many. We're inside of a Korean grocery market right now. It's like mainly the massive one. Honestly, looking at it, looks like a mix of like maybe Whole Foods, but also I saw watermelon for $18. Did you guys see that in the front?
Are expensive.
The watermelon was $18, honey. Watermelon is a rich person fruit here in Korea. We're about to go look at all of the non-perishables so I can get some ramen and stuff. And we're gonna go meet my other grandma. So today is a very emotional day. I think also that had something to do with it because the tensions were high. My grandma literally forgot who I was like 5 times in the span of like an hour and a half. So I have all of this. So this is what the Korean market looks like. Is that a little bit too bright? You've got, it's kind of like H Mart meets Whole Foods. Wait, didn't you feed me something like this, honey?
I did not feed you something like this.
Okay, oops. Do you have something to tell us?
No, I was just gonna buy like presents.
Home Plus 어디야?
Maybe it's upstairs. Or
Wait.
I thought we're going to Home Plus. Is this Home Plus?
No, this is a market.
like yeah.
You're not Korean if you don't have these exact designs on your plates.
Yeah.
This exact design?
This exact design.
This exact
This
design.
exact one. Every Korean, babe. You're learning something new every day. These are like soups, babe. In a bag. We're looking at my dad. We go, okay, we're done with this place. Let's take us to Home Plus. And he looks at it and he goes, this is Home Plus. So we're trying to make do.
It looks like Target.
It does look like Korean Target. Are these Korean purple sweet potato Pringles? Shut the front door. I'm getting one. I feel like they have some weird flavored Pringles here. They have butter caramel, butter popcorn. It's a winter special. That's alarming because it's no longer winter, sir. What's late night Doritos? That's so weird. Korean snacks blow my mind.
For all the pepero I never got you. This is our first year,
Oh.
second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year, sixth year. Let me get 90 more, okay?
Fitz, you can't make me cry over Pepero right now.
What?
Pepero for every year he forgot Pepero Day. Why are you guys laughing? It was so romantic.
I don't think it works.
Oh my God. So many snacks, it's insane.
What are these? Is
They're
that good?
long. They're so good.
In the US, this probably $7.
$7.
Asian snacks are expensive.
Get,
Oh, it's 1 + 1.
we have
What do you mean one
I won't
person?
get one.
what?
Yeah.
Wait, am I missing? I should get another one?
Yeah.
It's 1 + 1 for $4.
Oh my god, I almost got scammed.
Organic pads, Stephanie, on sale.
Maybe I don't want sale things that I'm putting on my secret garden. Don't tell nobody. Wow! What is this? Oh my God! And then she starts crying again. I'm just kidding. Onni, they have your matcha Kit Kats if you want them.
No,
Opa
no.
was trying to ask my dad, does it come with everything in the picture, like all the little
Of course not,
garnishes?
shit.
And then my dad goes, well, not the bowl. Like it's such a straight voice. Not the bowl. This is how much we got, and we're gonna tell you guys the price. Guys, I got these muscat grape little jellies. I think they have them at either Daiso or H Mart, and I remember loving these, so I got some of these. They're a lot more
Wait.
affordable here, and let's
There's
try
no
it.
back.
Not the best. Oh! This is innovation. Whoa! Honey, where are you going?
To China!
I'm back. Wait, do you want a water or something, honey? First time using the vending machine, I said if I didn't have $1, I wouldn't get anything because it's only 80 cents. Okay, ready?
What's
What?
Rice.
wow, it's actually cold.
My dad said that this is all foggy. Of course, the second that I vlog, it's no longer foggy. But he says it's mainly all foggy because of pollution.
Wow, look at that. It's very pretty though.
But kind of in a mysterious,
not the
foggy
Hong Kong
way. Wait, this is so weird. You would think that me being in Korea, it would be like me looking at my fiance being like, hey babe, look at this. This is what this reminds me of. This is this in Korea. But then he's the entire time, all day today. Man, when I was younger, I had something just like this. When I was in China, I'm like, babe, we're in Korea. Do you not get that? And he's like, no, in China. If you work out,
Oh my. It's a blower.
you have to get rid of dust.
It blows or sucks?
Oh my god. Wow.
Dude, come here.
And we're back and we're trying to hold it down, biz. We're trying to hold it together. So literally I'm just gonna eat my feelings away. We got so many things from that market. My dad was making fun of us because he was like, never have I ever in my entire life walked out of a supermarket with just a thing of just chips, just straight ass chips. So we're just gonna get started and eating some weird things. I picked out what I thought, like I couldn't find anything in the States like this, and the first thing that I got were some bootleg Pringles.
That sounds delicious.
That sounds really good. No, in Korea, sweet potato is a really big thing, especially for dieting. People love eating sweet potatoes on diets. My mom used to feed me hella sweet potatoes, but also I guess even in Korea it's a scam. But she used to feed me a lot of sweet potatoes. So you'll see a lot of like sweet potato chips, pizza, just so much sweet potato. It's so purple. Oh no, wrong way. Wait, no, wrong
It's like
way.
this.
Whoa! 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 Not a lot of flavor,
I like it.
but extra crunchy. Pringles usually aren't that crunchy. This is thicker and crunchier.
I like it.
Little bit of salt, little bit of sweet, but not like too much where they fight each other. Usually I hate things that are salty and
I like
sweet,
this one.
but this one I like. Nude cheese pepero, which if you guys have never heard of pepero or Pocky sticks, they're usually like chocolate, like it's a dessert. So to see a cheese version, I'm a little bit skeptical. We're gonna pop it open. The packaging's so cute though.
I don't know if I like this one. It's kind of gross. Ooh.
I don't understand this. I don't understand this at all. I can't even describe
It
it.
smells like cheese, but doesn't taste like cheese.
Yeah, it
tastes
smells
like dessert.
like cheese, but it tastes like a pepero, like a light
Like a
pepero.
dessert. Yeah.
I already started eating this because I was trying to eat my emotions away this morning and we didn't have breakfast and we were trying to film a mukbang, but literally nothing was open. Who told me? My dad told me. Okay, maybe we should pick a pickle with him, but my dad told me everything's 24 hours here. Everything delivers here.
What?
Everything. You can get anything you want at
Almost
any
got
hour of
lost
the day.
out there, man.
Exactly. Oh, that's a story too. It's been a long day, guys. And these are Korean Cheetos, and they literally call it Cheetos. But look at this. This looks like a Cheeto that got licked. Like someone just licked a Cheeto and then threw it back into the bowl. I kind of like this more than American
try?
Cheeto.
This is the Cheeto I freaking grew up eating.
Really?
And this is my favorite snack
Really?
of all time. And when I came to America, I was like, why is everybody on that Lay's potato chip hype? Like,
Yeah.
what happened to Cheetos?
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is my life. And we have toys in here.
Oh, what? We don't.
Yeah, they always have a
Yeah.
plastic type of toy. Oh my god, we collect the shit out of it.
Out of Cheetos toys? Food is a lot less salt here in Korea. So they're very careful about sodium because we already eat so much sodium and like soy sauce and stuff. So most foods and snacks aren't super salty. I freaking lied to you guys. My fiance was killing the Cheetos and he goes, babe, it has a toy. But why does, oh my god, Costa Rica, biz.
What?
We've got this, which is like your quintessential Korean snacks. Like this bag would be like if you go to a Target and you see a bag of Goldfish, Cheez-Its, like Oreos, like this is your OG snack bag. I don't think I'm gonna open all of these right now because I don't think I'm gonna finish it. I'm trying to save some space because we're going to a fish market today, which is gonna be in tomorrow's vlog, but I'm going to show you guys the rest of the 3 little candies that I got. So I got these strawberry Kit Kats, which I think I've had raspberry, matcha. Look at this. This looks really wild. It smells like strawberry milk. Whoa, it works. Honey, your mouth's gonna water. It's confusing, but you know what? I ain't mad about it. Rich choco pepero, which is white and black type of like, okay, we're gonna open her up. Hey, have you been experiencing your pee smells weird?
I know that.
I think it's all the tea that we're drinking. We've been drinking so much barley tea, and every time I pee, I'm like, am I sick and dying in Korea? Like, is the pollution finally gonna get me? Like, what's going on? And so this is... Wow, that's good. Oh shit. Obviously, we got a bunch of ramens to film back at home. I put the ramens in my car yesterday and my dad was like, how are you gonna make that? The hotel doesn't have a stove, right? I'm bringing them back to the States. And he goes, what's wrong with you?
What?
He literally goes, the wicked head, which is like, what's wrong with you?
Why?
Like, who comes to a foreign country, who goes halfway across the world and is like, I'm gonna have a suitcase full of ramen on the way back? Like, nobody, you know? Well, this is really good. Wow.